Memory recall time. We're not going to call it story time because that would imply that it didn't happen. The time I got to save my boss in the middle of the night from bondage. How do you say? Let's S&M, B&D talk about it, okay? So I pull up in front of her house. I let myself in. I don't remember at the time what was really fully on my mind, but I wasn't prepared to see my boss. So I had this job where I was doing the sales. I was doing the deregulation of the electric company. I was one of the people, one of the pilots who helped on that program when it first came out to help free people from the current electric company and let them know there were other options out there. Um, and contact lenses, ones with aspheric front surfaces that correct for spherical aberration. Damn, how certain things stick in your mind. It's crazy. Because this was like over 20 years ago. So, anyway, this funny thought. I had this boss. She was the main boss there. And she was really rough on people. She was really rough. People thought she was a bitch. But she was really nice to me. I liked her. We had an understanding. So one day, the boss called me. This was kind of odd. I'm like, okay. She calls me. I'm at home. And she was like, hey, I need you to do something for me. You're the only person I could trust with this. I'm like, oh, what do you need? Because I'm always, it's my spirit. What you need, if I can help you, I will. She said, I need you to come to my house. Let me out of these chains. I was like, pardon? She said, just get here. Just don't ask anything. Can you just get here? I'm like, I am there. So I drove from my place to hers. It was like a 40-minute drive because I lived in Antioch at the time. And Pittsburgh, actually. I was living in Pittsburgh, not Antioch. And anyway, so that's besides the point. I'm actually kind of stalling because someone's walking by right now, and I don't want them to hear this because I'm out on a trail, and she was walking her dog. Bum, 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 bum. I think she's far enough away. I think she's far enough now. Yeah, okay. So I pull up, I was driving a Suzuki Samurai at the time, my cute little Jeep. I love my Samurai. Shit, so anyway, I pull up, I open the door, I get in her house, and what do I see? A naked woman standing before me. She was chained up. She wasn't lying. She was chained up, arms and legs. Boy, was she. And I was just like, yes. And she was like, don't ask. I said, I didn't ask. Where are the keys? And she was like, that's another problem. He took them. I'm like, what? Because here's the thing. He didn't use the cute furry handcuffs. No, he used some other type. So I was able to get them off. I was able to pick them off because they were like mid grade. They weren't like really bad. But my that was not the break every chain. Break every chain.